When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Gaia, what is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them, and restore the display.
Error. Drone offline. Error. Data missing.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Eleuthia frequency.
Eleuthia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Eleuthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Eleuthia send a coded transmission on a frequency?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid, or at least to create the appearance of the... I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would and respond to its... as far as it is aware.
Okay, so... either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So... maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything.
Okay, and what about the other number in the map?
I have queried my available data. Perhaps its meaning can...
Alright, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Aloy,
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows fertile.
So once I bring it back...
While permanent restoration requires to be able to improve however, a word of warning. Demeter's response to my query was highly alone and frightened.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up. The missing subordinate
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and a culture. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and unfortunately...
Pharaoh, huh?
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were... Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase... Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates. Artemis...
The missing
Artemis, Eleuthia nurturing, Apollo was organizing it. Unfortunate. Understand. He appears to have been...
All or were... Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates. Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted for.
So, Poseidon, what...
Poseidon controls the organ. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the... But I must warn you, frightened.
I'll be careful. You mentioned that the superstorms...
Yes. Thanks to Aether's capability,
Well, that's a relief.
I will continue to stabilize...
Why did Aether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other successor with adequate store, one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic display...
So Aether was assured it could stay...
Correct. Though it is curious that it...
Maybe it also felt at home. How's Kotallo doing?
I detect that the loss of his... Though he has not voiced, I may be able to assist in his...
Really? I'm sure he will be. How are things around?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land without the abilities of Hephaestus. However, Zoe and I are...
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like...
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle. She appreciated the similarities with and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Aaron?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to...
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed... He has given repeated assurance.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memory. We exchanged greetings, names. It was the first of many conversations.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, though I am glad she made it home.
She was okay with that. Thanks, Gaia. So, the greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the... What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotation. Within a month of the project's Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time. She said it was important.
What were they like?
Scared. Hope. I owe everything.
So it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local. Had humans received their education from they would have then been guided here. As that never happened.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was...
Yes. Weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a...
It may still be possible to view cameras to this room's...
I'll keep a lookout. So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel, it used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. It appears to have been one of many...
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, I discovered another AI there. One not related to Zero. It was created to oversee operations for a volcano. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the date, an effort by its creators to protect it from...
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted, given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus... Well, that's too bad. The processor Ether was installed on was... Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events, however... Such conditions would see extreme...
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland.
Yes. Data suggests that temperature...
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bowl.
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed... It is possible the vehicle...
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley. I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can. Gotta go after Aletheia. Erend and Varl are waiting for me at the west exit. Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later. Gaia? What was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad. Where's this lead? Another room. What for? Oh, I'm back in the sleeping quarters. Unbelievable.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good. This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh? Well, that takes the keg.
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that Zenith. Well, there are obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Oh, hello. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith
It's
had?
cracking from the cold. It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
What?
Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to...
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Have a look around. I'll wait here. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the Asset.
The Asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the Asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. Take this easy. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the Proving Lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the Asset? Let's keep looking around. I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up. All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't think it'll connect. Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility. This place
What were they
keeps
for?
on going. Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah. This is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, Zenith, Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the dawn and said he needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure. The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes! Ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. I can keep going. That thing's quick! There!
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Go on, Aloy. Erend needs you.
Get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Erend stays in cover.
Just dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Erend. Erend, I'm here.
Watch out! That thing shoots down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of behind it. It'll be a tough fight if I take that thing head on. Weapon. I could use it against the Spectre. Shield down! It's on the move! Oh! No!
Hit it again! Now this is why I go down, you miserable pilot, Gus! Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. no. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Anybody seen one of my machines?
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! Well, at least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about rods being used to harness. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he went up the tallest mountain in It ended like a lot of Oseram things.
What are you working on?
I still figure those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all a little. But I'll get up to.
Did you speak?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her. I thought it'd be better if Zoe and no use crowding.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah,
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you? Guess this must be even stranger.
Little?
Varl said she may...
Maybe. What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's sea. I wanted to understand why. Imagine my surprise and found out it helped create all machine. In a way, the Utaru. Oh,
that's why we have to make Gaia. Learn anything interesting?
There's been much to read up on now. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once... I used to be terrified of them as a child, but everything Gaia creates...
Yeah. And if... You said you met...
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought...
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan... She looks like she's barely seen the light.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your... Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup, like the culture. Why? That beats me.
It probably meant something to them. As it does to my people.
Is this a piece from the bulwark? Talo must have brought this with him as a trophy. I may have fired the cannon, but he really put Tekotteh in his place. This must be from the Cool Route. Between the Rockbreaker and the Slitherfang, Regalla really wrecked the arena. And I have a feeling she won't stop trying until Hikaru's dead.
Where have I seen this before?
One of Studius Fortis's many scrolls. It was a pain getting him to Barren Light. Still, he didn't deserve to be run down by Regalla's riders.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Talo go? I have to get the weapon fragment to Gaia first. And check on the clone. When I met Hekarro, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Fasha was right. Hekarro wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance. Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Eren brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe. You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith. They are faster and more agile than... How many did the Zeniths...
I'm not...
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Getting Ether out of the Grove made for
one that showed the entire tribe that Hekarro's mission for it is now blessed by the...
I heard my friend Talana came by the base.
Briefly. A bold woman. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful.
Whoever it is.
Have you had a chance to speak with...
Briefly. He fought well against Regala. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
I need to go.
On your way, then.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better check on the clone before I head back out there.
Yes. She retreated to the maintenance corridor directly below us. Varl is with her.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. Hi, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy.
The missing subordinate function.
Artemis, Eleuthia nurturing, Apollo organizing it. Unfortunately.
Pharaoh, huh?
He appeared.
All 3 of the missing 4 were. Do you still need...
Empowering. Unfortunate. Attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering, but we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines.
Correct.
So, based on what we've seen, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault.
So there's hope.
Always.
I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
Spinning in a teacup. Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later.
Aloy! Glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels
Unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How do they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you are... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they... butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna.
I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine wars. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth.
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA.
That wasn't part of the archive I was...
You said you spent years studying...
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate...
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location! Of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing!
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're going to die.
Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well... see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm a...
Hi. I'm back.
What do you want to know?
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
Hi.
I wanted to talk a bit more, actually.
Okay.
That's enough for now.
Good.
Hey, you got a second?
I suppose.
I'll be going.
Okay. Bye.
Hey, me again.
Was there something else?
That's enough for now.
Good.
You want to talk?
I gotta head out.
Good luck.
Hey.
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay?
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me start something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
maybe Gaia can help you find something else. How's everyone dealing with...
I tried explaining what a clone is to Erend. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help.
I see everyone settling.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always... I asked Erend to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head...
Still, it's not a bad idea. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Rebel camps laid out as visions. Incredible. Yes, Aloy.
I better head out.
Be vigilant out there.
Hello again, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia.
So I see.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines.
Yes. And to program their...
So you could build an army of machines.
It is in my nature to take any and all human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered, build and command such, given the nature of the far, I must admit, however, no matter how
That's good.
Indeed.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over.
Further supporting our...
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribe. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000...
It is likely they adjusted to... They may be trying to recreate them.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. So the Zeniths are the same people who left physically immortal.
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plot and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey. In exchange for their expertise, given enough time, technology...
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the...
Exactly.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of them. Do you know anything about them?
Unfortunately, no. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite only one. Oswald...
Right. He was the spokesperson.
What we can conclude from you is that the Zeniths are ruthless to protect life on...
The extinction signal didn't just wake, it made every subordinate functions.
I have wondered this, so far as I can tell, and the partial sentience imparted.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge. How could the Zeniths know?
From the records on your... It appears Far Zenith had an informant.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith, despite his fit.
So from what Beta... I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology...
Yes. They appear to make extensive... Further, they seem to be equipped with some energy field.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the...
Throughout every defensive tech... While we lack the anti-shield, were I to absorb, no shielding...
So there's hope.
Always.
So... I guess Beta's here to stay. She's... not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. And...
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.